Mr. H.M. Nerurkar, Managing Director, Tata Steel, and our chief guest this morning, guests of honor, Shri Jatin Das and Ms. Anjali Ella Menon, both living legends in the world of art. Mr. Farzan Hirji, Chief Corporate Relations, Tata Steel, participating artists, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to welcome you all this morning to the 12th edition of the Art and Industry Camp. As is our tradition, we begin this morning's program by presenting bouquets to our chief guests and guests of honor. Thank you, girls. This camp is of special significance for it coincides with the 100-year saga of steel making at Tata Steel. The first blast furnace was blown in December 1911 and the first steel rolled out from the steel works at Sakchi on the 16th of February 1912. Tata Steel, through the 100 years, has helped build a nation, grown and expanded into many geographies across the world. The concept of art and industry goes back almost 7 decades, wherein Tata Steel has played the role of patron of art and through regular art camps have nurtured an artistic environment, creating a link between artists and the art lovers. We are delighted to have some of India's best-known artists from all over the country participate in this camp. May I now request Mr. Nerurkar to welcome each one of you with a token of our appreciation. Ms. Anjali Ella Menon will welcome the ladies first. Ms. Reddy Dhumal, a well-known artist from Baroda, comes all the way from Baroda. Her paintings are deeply personal and lend a canvas, an emotional climate of introspection. Seema Kohli from Delhi. Madhuri Bhaduri comes from Pune. Shushmita Banerjee from Kolkata. She works with steel plates and converts them into works of art through a process known as enamel painting. Mukta Gupta from Jharkhand. Mr. Ravinder Salve from Maharashtra. JMS Mani from Bangalore. Ranadeep Mukherjee, homegrown from Jamshedpur. P. Bendre from Maharashtra. Satyapal from Kerala. Niranjan Pradhan from West Bengal. The sculptor. Shakil from Lucknow. M. Ramamurthy from Karnataka. A sculptor again. Manas Ranjan Jaina from Odisha. Rajendra Sungaria from Chhattisgarh. His medium of work is steel. Thank you, sir. Shri Jatin Das. No, we've not. Not yet. Yeah. Shri Jatin Das is the recipient of the prestigious Padma Bhushan presented by the Government of India for his contribution to art and culture. Mr. Jatin Das is not only a painter, but is also a graphic artist, sculptor, muralist, and poet. May I request Mr. Jatin Das to say a few words, please. Mr. Jatin Das.
Namaskar. It's wonderful to be here. What a beautiful day with lovely sunshine and very pleasant weather. Thank you very much, sir, for inviting us. Many of our friends are here. I'm visiting Jamshedpur after 50 years. And I'm originally from Mayurbhanj, which is the adjacent district. And I've been away for 54 years from Mayurbhanj to Bombay and then to Delhi. And Artist Camp is a concept which was originated by Ghulam Rasool Santosh, G.R. Santosh, the great artist who died many years ago, from Kashmir. They started the camp in Kashmir, and it used to be in Gandharbal for 1 month. And every known artist of the country was invited by the academy, and it is Santosh who had organized it. There were very few outsiders. We were living together for 1 month, painting and sketching, and every artist also used to cook. So Mr. Bendre, Hussain, Santosh, Paramjit, and many people used to cook. So now the artist camps are organized by many organizers and corporate bodies and academies and private individuals, which are sometimes done for 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. To be very honest, no painting can be done in such short time. But we have, as you say, we have got the trick of the trade. Now we try and finish a work in half a day, 1 day, 2 days, whereas in our studio it takes a long time. And so also a lot of people get a wrong idea that painting can be made like that. But I would very much like if the students and others come to the camp. Although we work individually, privately in our private space of the studio, the camp, idea of the camp that people and connoisseurs and students can come and see. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Few contemporary Indian artists have created work of such depth and beauty as Anjali Ela Menon. She is best known for her portraits of women. Her paintings reveal an extraordinary sensibility. I request her to say a few words on this occasion. This is Anjali Ela Menon.
Like Jatin, who was here 50 years ago, I have never been to Jamshedpur, though I've been hearing about it for a long, long time, as being one of those places where it was not like the rest of India. It had a sort of sense for living here. It had a sort of sense of order and beauty that you don't find anywhere else. And this is because it is the mantle of the Tatars that made this possible. My association with the Tatars is very old, though I've never been in Jamshedpur before. J.R.D. Tata was a friend of my family, and when I was only 19, I had the wonderful and surprising privilege of being invited to be on the inaugural flight of Air India, which in those days was with Tata, to New York. And that really opened my eyes to, it was a wonderful experience. I got to meet amazing people and got taken under the wing of the famous Edgar Kaufman, who was the curator of the MoMA in those days. Subsequently, my first paintings, we all struggled. Nobody realizes how much we struggled as young artists. We never had any money. I remember asking my father at my first Diwali after I got married, please don't send me a sari or jewelry, just send me some paints and canvas. We were kind of that poor and as artists. And some of my first paintings were actually bought by TIFR, and they still are in the TIFR collection. I was very privileged to have some paintings in JRD's personal collection, including a nude bust that hung in his office. So he asked me one day, would you come to have tea with me? I have a strange request for you. And it was a bust, up to about there. And he said, would you consider that we cut the painting here and the signature is at the bottom? And then would you still sign it And I said, most certainly not. You cannot cut my painting, and I will not sign it again. And he said, he whispered to me, he says, I'm so relieved, because you see, it's my secretary who's insisting that I have this done, because she said that anyone who comes to meet me, instead of looking at my face, is looking at this nude. So that painting was saved, it was not cut. Subsequently, JRD inaugurated my first retrospective exhibition, which was held in Bombay in 1988. And there are wonderful pictures of him at the inauguration. And Rusi Modi was also a friend, and he acquired the painting which, it's wonderful that after 30, 40 years you suddenly discover an old painting which you've forgotten. It's like finding an old brother or sister who was lost for many years. So I was delighted to see a painting of mine in Jenny Shah's room, which I had done, I think, during that 1988 exhibition, and Rusi had acquired it. But I have to say here that it was a part of my window series, and in my window series I had discovered old windows in which the paintings were framed, and I did that for a period of about 6 or 7 years. I moved on from that. But this was one of the paintings in the window series. Now I find that the window is no longer there, because somebody with very good intentions felt this old scrappy looking window which had years of patina on it did not do justice to the painting, so it's now been put in a gold frame. But Jenny has promised me that she will try to find the window again and put it back to what it was meant to be, because the window was really part of the painting, but perhaps somebody in between had not realized that. Having said that, I'm absolutely delighted to eventually and finally have come to Jamshedpur, and I do feel that I've already encountered that warmth and friendliness for which Jamshedpur is renowned. And also it's been renowned for its gardens. Now our gardens in Delhi are still not blooming, but here I see flowers everywhere, and I know that we're going to have a wonderful 2 days. I wish it wasn't so short, but that was the circumstances. So thank you very much for inviting me and having me here, and I look forward to meeting you all personally one by one. Thank you.